Okay,
Thomas.
let me start over. So David and Mavis Thomas. And I'm walking on the Ridgeway this morning, about 4 miles from where I spent the night, and these kind folks were driving by taking a Sunday drive. And
we would normally be in church on a Sunday morning, but
I won't tell. I'm a minister as well.
All right.
We'll pretend, we'll believe that this is worship.
Yes,
all of this is beautiful.
Absolutely, this is fantastic. Well, we said we'd stop, but we didn't want to go back into Newbury, but I had seen this Ridgeway on the map, and I thought, well, it's a high place. It's going to be a wonderful view.
It is just
right
gorgeous.
Across Oxfordshire,
and you were at a fair or a?
Yeah, I was judging cattle at the Berkshire County Show, which is one of the last summer shows of livestock and everything else.
Now I stayed at Penny Reed's farm.
Right.
And she's going to the Newberry.
Yeah, that's right. It is the Newbury. Yes, the Newbury show.
Oh, she's going there today. It was known as
the Newbury show. Now it's the Royal Berkshire.
I see. So it's the same show.
It is the show. Yeah.
So when I told you, you asked me where I was from, and you began a story about being a cattle raiser and going out to Nebraska.
Yes.
And and you were in the Sandhills.
That's right. Yes, we travelled through the Sandhills, and then we went to Deadwood, and oh dear. Yes, we'd been through. But then we ended up. We finished. Well, no, we finished by seeing Yellowstone, but our last business part was in Billings, Montana.
I see.
For a cattle conference.
So do you have a particular breed?
Yes. We breed South Devon cattle. There's a county down in the west of Devon, but the beef cattle there, been there for hundreds of years, are South Devons, and obviously much improved. But that's what we were out in your part too, because we, as a family, had sent out bull semen.
Yes.
To be distributed through the states from Arizona, right up through from Texas, right up through to Canada, and we were visiting some of those that had purchased semen from us.
Do you remember in Nebraska or Wyoming any of the names of the ranchers or cattle raisers? I'm sorry to put you on the spot. Has that been a long time ago? Or?
Yes,
20 years.
94 actually.
94, yeah.
Oh yes, there were.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So I was telling you, my mom is from the Sandhills and was born there, and that's a beautiful region of the country for me.
Yes.
It's very different, of course, than this.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, but
it was very, very interesting for us for the systems by which they have improved their livestock and their ongoing business.
It's such a science, isn't it?
It's
such a science, and you've done that for your whole lives as well.
Yes.
My goodness.
Yeah, I've got son and grandsons going on with the business.
Oh, you do? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a delight to visit with you, and thank you for being bold enough to let me just interview you out of nowhere. And
well, there is no coincidence, is there?
Well, it's just amazing how things just kind of are all connected.
That's right.
And so
delightful to meet you.
And
your name is
Royce.
Royce.
And I'll give you a business card and show you my website.
Tell the story about the Nebraska Sandhills where the little girls.
Yes, we.
Thank you, Mavis.
Where do we start off from? Ogallala.
Oh, that's 2 hours from where I live. It's very close to me.
Yes. We had spent the night in Ogallala. We were with the other breeders as well. And then we went over the Sandhills. We travelled for quite a part of the day. And then broke off to see a major ranching family there that had been ranching there since it was opened up. And there was may have been at least three generations there, maybe four, and the little tots at that time, our grandchildren were only tots,
Hmm.
and we showed them some photographs, and a little girlie said, she said, "Do you get this?" Because it's all such sand, but she said, "Do you get this stuff called mud?" Mud. She'd heard of mud, but never experienced mud. I said, "Yes, we live with that for about 7 months of the year, because we're in such a high rainfall way down in the southwest of the country."
Hmm.
I said, "What happens here when it rains?" Because they would only get about 12 to 14 inches of rain.
Right. In a good year,
Yeah,
14.
that's
Right.
Yes, yes. She said it makes little patterns in the sand. She said, "That's all." I said, "Well,
Yeah, that's very interesting. How something
Yeah,
so common can
that's
be
right.
so unique
Yeah,
to
that's right.
another person.
yeah,
I camped out in the Sandhills one time on one of the ranches that my family
right,
uh, lived on, and there was a horrendous rainstorm, and I
right.
was out in the middle
Yeah.
of nowhere, and within seconds the water disappears
Yes."
right into the sand.
What was most interesting for us was that there is water in some places not many feet under the ground.
That's right. The aquifer is very
Yeah,
close to the
that's right, because
surface.
on this ranch that we visited,
Hmm.
whatever were they called? Anyway, it doesn't matter. They had, with big machinery, had levelled some of the undulated
Hmm.
land. Well, what we would call seemed like what we call it, like down at Perranporth, the
Sand dunes.
sand dunes, but
Hmm.
and they had levelled it, but still the water stayed at that.
Stayed right there.
Yeah,
Right.
right underneath, and they were able to raise alfalfa there in a
Mhm.
big acreage, and most
It-
unique to the
it's
country.
and to me it's kind of normal, and to you it's unique. And you're from Cornwall?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
how far away is that?
We would be 150 miles.
Wow, you're
Yeah.
on quite a journey today.
Well, yes, we hope to be home this evening. We should be get home. We should meet the
Friday. We
motorway.
travelled to Newbury on Friday
I see.
and went to the show yesterday, and then we're travelling home today.
Okay, and traveling home, and so you have a pretty substantial cattle operation.
Well, for our area, yes,
Yes.
but not compared to yours.
Well, yeah,
No, no.
it's so
Oh,
different
yes,
though.
Yeah, we're. I mean, we're here about now. We're down here.
And where are we right now?
Wait a
About?
minute.
That's okay. That's a good little picture of
Yeah.
a map.
Oh,
Yeah. So
yeah, Vantage is across. Yeah,
so, so where are we right now?
just here about, is it?
There. Yeah. Okay. And so you're about
There's
150.
Newbury
Yeah.
on here.
Well, we should get back to Swindon. Here's Oxford. We were looking towards Oxford
Yes.
there.
Uh-huh.
So we've got to get down beyond Taunton, Exeter, just over the
goodness.
border into Cornwall. This is Devon, then Cornwall is the
I see.
last piece down.
That's very clear. I think now I kind of know where I'm at. Well, thank you, David
Good to
and
know.
Mavis. It's
That's
been a
right.
delight, and I'll give you my business card, and
Thank you.
maybe I'll look legitimate. I don't know.